Okay, students, welcome to the class. This is Gayatri. In our last class, we have discussed about antibody structure, few details of antibody structure. Now, we are continue the same class, same details of antibody. See, this is the entire structure of the antibody. Here, as like in our last class, as we have discussed, there are two disulfide bonds are there here. Okay, ma? There are two disulfide bonds are there. Two types of. Okay, students. Now we are continuing our last class discussing on antibody structure. Here, see on the screen, you are observing the complete structure of an antibody, basic structure of an antibody. Here, you are observing two different types of disulfide bonds. One is intra, another one is inter. Inter means in between, intra means within, inside. Okay, these are two types of disulfide bonds are there in the structure of an antibody. Then variable region on heavy chain. This is variable region. Due to this variable region only, there is a possibility of a lot of variations occurs in the structure of an antibody. Accordingly, depends upon the type of an antigen. Okay, based on antigen, it will change its specificity. How it will get changed its specificity means because there is a chance, there is a possibility to change itself according to antigen. Okay, that's why this is only the binding site for the antigen. That is in another name it is called as epitope. Okay. On antigens, it is epitope. On antibody, it is paratope. Okay, this is the particular region of paratope. Here with the epitope will come and bind over. Epitope means the binding site of an antigen. And coming to heavy chain, okay, this is the heavy chain. Okay, in our last class also we have discussed a lot about heavy chains and light chains. Then coming to immunoglobulin types, depends upon the hinge region. Heavy chain, length of the heavy chain, based on the length of the heavy chain, different types of immunoglobulins are available. Okay, hinge region length may be vary in IgG immunoglobulin. Then this is 3D structure, and then this indicating the galactose. Okay, and this is 3D structure of immunoglobulin. Coming to next slide. See, these are different types of hinge regions what we have already discussed. Papain cleavage occurs above the SS bond of the hinge region, produces three fragments, two identical fragments called FAB fragments. Antigen binding activity is there. Other fragment called FC fragment. Okay, then pepsin digestion, pepsin cleavage occurs below the SS bonds of hinge region, produce a single fragment composed of two FAB-like subunits. FC fragment is not FC fragment is not recovered here in a digestion to small numerous peptides. And this is about classification, depends upon the type of the heavy chain. There are 5 different types of immunoglobulins available. One is IgG. If heavy chain type is gamma, that is IgG. If heavy chain type is alpha, that is IgA. If heavy chain type is mu, that is IgM. Then if heavy chain type is delta, that is IgD. Then if it is epsilon, that is IgE. Among all these types of antibodies, IgM is larger antibody than others. Then second place goes to IgA. Then remaining all are smaller antibodies. Okay, among all these, IgE is involved in the allergic reactions. IgE involved in the allergic reactions. Are you getting me? Okay. Okay. There is some error in internet. Just get back. IgG, it can cross the placenta. Okay. IgA, which is present in the serum, and this is the first antibody synthesized in our body. And these all are immunoglobulins, heavy chain, light chain, and molecular formula. In this slide, we'll get all the details of immunoglobulins and their molecular formulas. And coming to IgG. IgG, most abundant class of IgG in serum, constitutes 80% of total immunoglobulin present in blood plasma and tissue fluids, contains less carbohydrate than other immunoglobulins. Then it has a half-life of 23 days, the longest of all of the immunoglobulin isotopes. Then it crosses placenta, as already we have discussed about that. Then act against bacteria and viruses by opsonization. Then neutralize toxins, they activate complement by classical pathway. Then these all are subclasses of IgG class of immunoglobulin. Depends upon the type of the and length of the hinge region, they may vary. Then immunoglobulin A, this constitutes 10 to 15% of total immunoglobulins present in milk, saliva, tears, mucus of respiratory tract, digestive tract, and genitourinary tract. Its serum exists as a monomer. Okay, in other all it is exists as a dimer. In serum only, which is exists as a monomer. This structure only available in serum. With the help of J chain, the dimer is attached. This is J chain. It is nothing but joining chain. It has a J chain and a secretory piece. Half-life of this IgA is 6 to 8 days. And then functions of IgA provides local immunity. Secretory IgA binds to surface antigen of microorganisms and prevent its attachment and invasion of the mucosal surfaces of respiratory and digestive tract. Immune elimination. Secretory IgA provides important line of defense against Salmonella, Vibrio cholera, and other influenza virus like organisms. Secretory IgA present in breast milk protect newborn during first month of life. Activates complement by the alternative pathway. In our previous slide, we have discussed the classical pathway. IgG involves in classical pathway. IgA involves in alternative pathway. Promotes phagocytosis and intracellular killing of microorganisms. Then coming to immunoglobulin M, account for 5 to 10% of total serum proteins, polymer of 5 monomeric units. Okay, all these are joined with a J chain. Why it is named as J chain is it is a joining chain. That's why it is named as J chain. Then molecular weight of this is this 1 lakh Dalton's molecular weight. It is 10 lakh Daltons of molecular weight it is exhibiting. Then half-life of this is 5 days. Then most of IgM present intravascularly, present in low concentration in intracellular tissue fluids, cannot cross placenta. Okay, earliest immunoglobulin to synthesize by fetus. Already we have discussed this point. This is heavy molecular weight immunoglobulin, as well as it is the first immunoglobulin synthesized in our body itself. Okay, then monomeric IgM appears on the surface of unstimulated B lymphocytes and act as receptors for antigens. And these are the functions of IgM. It agglutinates bacteria, activates complementary by classical pathway, as like IgG. This is also follow the classical pathway, causes opsonization and immune hemolysis, believed to be responsible for protection against blood invasion by microorganisms. This is about IgM. Then IgD, it has a half-life of 3 days. Okay, this is serum concentration of this is 30% per ml. Okay, 30 micrograms per ml. Then it is stimulate B lymphocytes, acts as a recognition receptor for antigen. Okay, which recognize an antigen. Then immunoglobulin E, which involves in the allergic reactions, hypersensitivity reactions. The molecular weight of this is 1,90,000 Daltons. Half-life of this is 2 days, and it is heat liable at high temperatures. Also, it will be activate. Okay, at 50 degrees Celsius degrees at 50 degrees Celsius, 56 degrees Celsius for 1 hour, then only it will be inactivated. Otherwise, it will be activated. Mostly present extracellularly, then does not cross placenta, as like IgG. Okay, this is about the different classes of immunoglobulins. In our next class, we will continue the other topic. Okay, today I am closing this session. Thank you, students.